Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Vega Bomber, and I'm back to talk about another film. I did go see a film last night, and that film was A Quiet Place. So, A Quiet Place is a PG-13 film, which tells you a little bit there. It tells you right there it's not going to be super gory. That was directed by John Krasinski and starred John Krasinski and his wife, Emily Blunt, who's easy on the eyes and very easy to watch. So this film is about 90 to 95 minutes long, somewhere in that area, but not too bad. But let me just tell you a little bit about the synopsis. So the story is, it takes place already in process. We're like on day 89 is when it starts, from when some sort of event happened, but you have to look at the newspaper headings to understand what that is as you watch the film. And evidently there's this creature that is blind as a bat, can't see a damn thing, but has super hypersensitive uber hearing. So you make one sound, one move, it's on you like that and will completely destroy you, just attack you, just like that. So yeah, that's it. So here's this family, and it's John Krasinski and his wife Emily Blunt, and they have 3 kids, 2 sons and a daughter. And the daughter has a hearing aid because she's got a hearing aid, so she's deaf, and then he's got 2 boys. And so it's about them living from day 89 to about day 479 is what it goes to, in a world where you can't make a sound, because the moment that you do, death. Yeah, so you can see how tight the rubber band is tightened on this. So this movie is extremely tense. Yes, super tense, and you feel it throughout. Now the crazy thing is that going to see this movie, just be ready. It requires that there be a lot of silence even in the theater just to watch it, because nobody in this film really talks. I think there's only 1 or 2 scenes in the whole movie where anyone even speaks and has a little bit of dialogue. I'd say there's probably less than 14 lines of dialogue in this whole film, and the rest is all of tension. The rest is all about communicating through facial expressions, gestures, and sign language. So yeah. Now the interesting thing is, your experience in the theater can be messed up a little bit if you got people who are a little bit immature. Now unfortunately in my theater we had that. At the very beginning of the film, there were some guys that were talking, and there were a bunch of people going, "Shut up! Shut up!" And then eventually a girl walked over and confronted these 6 guys, and she basically said, "Listen, all of us paid money to watch this movie, so shut the beep up." And then noticeably they were quiet the rest of the time. And it's funny because the movie was doing this lot, and this kind of was telling for these guys. It's like, look at the screen, dude, shut up. So anyways, once I got past all that, and then of course there was a baby. Someone brought a baby to this movie as well, and so there's some scenes where the baby's getting quiet. There's a real baby in the movie as well. So this is all kind of a little bit about my experience while trying to watch A Quiet Place. And really, aren't theaters supposed to be that? Aren't they supposed to be quiet places as it relates to the audience watching the film? So at any rate, I digress. So the themes, there are a lot of themes in this film. The main one is about family and about protection and about the adults doing everything they can to protect their children, and certain things happen in this film. I won't tell you because I'm going to keep this non-spoiler, because it's opening weekend. There's some things that happen that the daughter has to deal with and the sons have to deal with, and then because of that extent throughout the whole family, now the dad has to deal with it, and of course the mom as well. But all this has to happen without making a peep. So yeah, you can imagine if I did this whole review like that, it'd be kind of unnerving right off the bat. So let me just tell you what I liked about the film. The film, to me, I thought the tension building was excellent. I thought the script was, well, it had a few errors in it, but I'll say that for the other part. I thought the script was clever. I thought it was inventive. It was different. It just took an idea and sat right there in it. This is a straightforward storyline. It's not really convoluted, doesn't need a whole bunch of extra stuff. Once they set up the world for you, there it is, and you have it. So I love the tension building. The chemistry obviously is pretty good between John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, because they're a real life couple in real life, and it shines through here. And the child actors are good as well. They weren't overacting, in my opinion. I felt like they kind of stayed in the pocket, because you know how it is in these thriller / horror films / suspense films. Sometimes people can be a little too excited with showing their fear, and you don't buy it. I would say that's not a problem here. So the acting, I think, was solid as well. Well, shoot, I guess in terms of maybe what wasn't good, I would just say that there are some moments, especially in the first half, where there were some scenes I felt like drug on just a little bit too long. It was like, yes, we get the point. Let's move on. Let's move on. So there were moments like that. In fact, I think somebody sitting in front of me whipped out their phone at one point and started texting somebody. So that's like the cure-all sign when a movie's dragging a little bit, when people then disobey and just decide to go check their phones. So that actually happened with the girl sitting in front of me. And it made me kind of aware that, yeah, this scene is a little slow. So you'll see that in this film. But again, does it take out the rest of the film? No, I don't think so. What else was not maybe so great? I don't know that I like some of the decisions made in the film by some of the characters. I'm not going to go in depth, but there's some things that you just know you wouldn't do based off of the things that were set up in this film that would make no sense for you to do it, and yet it happened. And people had to then react to that. So I thought maybe there would have been some more clever ways to show them breaching the whole sound thing without doing something that's kind of stupid. But they do give you that. They do give you a piece in there with Emily Blunt and how she has to kind of keep quiet based off the things that she just did. And right there you're screaming. You almost want to scream for her because you know she can't, because you know, monster lurking. So what is my overall? My overall is, I would say that this film was a good time. I would say the film's blowing up. It's good. It's not a film I'd probably want to watch several times, because I think the key to this is really just the tension. And once you see the tension and once you see what the story's about, I don't know that I need to watch this film several times, but I will say it definitely was fun. So what do I think? Should you go see it? Yeah, I think, I think generally you could have a good time at it. And so, is it a super scary film? Is it Poltergeist level or any stuff like that? Nah. In fact, I think there's only 3 jump scares in it, which is good, by the way. That's actually a pro. I missed one of the pros there. One of the pros about this film is that there's maybe 3, maybe most 5 jump scares. They didn't overdo it. They did it in a couple scenes where it made sense, and I was good with it. So let me add that to some of the best pieces about this thing, is that it didn't overdo the jump scares. But is it a super scary horror film? Nah, it's not scary. But the suspense is worth it, and it is tight and it is tense, and you do feel yourself being unnerved just watching people be silent, and then all of a sudden you get conscious of how loud things are in the theater. Like when people start eating something, just people shifting in their seats sounds loud. People opening up, a candy bar or munching on popcorn. So it's very weird what you become aware of when everything else is silent, and you can just hear sounds that normally every day you wouldn't. So anyway, yeah, I'd say go see the film. It's worth it. Will I buy it on Blu-ray? I don't know. Just depends. But it was a good time, and for that, I'll say check it out. So what do you think? Have you seen this film yet? If you haven't, that's cool. I hope this non-spoiler version was great for you. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a spoiler edition or not. But at any rate, go see the film. If you want to see the film, tell me down below in the comment section why you want to go see the film. Is it just because of the actors and actresses? Or is it because you actually kind of like the idea? Or do you just want to see something different? Because this film is different. Not too many films like it. Anyway, do that, and I'll meet you in the comment section. It's your boy Vega Bomber, and I'm out. You.